My advice to impart to anybody is just to just figure out if it's really for you. Try it, and then if it is, go after it with everything you can. My name is Ryan McCrory, and this is my story. The first thing I ever acted in, I was in high school, and I did a play. We did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I played one of the brothers. So that was really my first exposure to acting, but it took a couple years to really take a hold and be like, oh, I think this is what I want to do. My senior year, a recruiter came from Bethel University and saw the fall play, and he had reached out to me and said, hey, have you ever thought about doing this in college after high school? And I said, no, not really, but he was like, well, we offer this program called the Renaissance Program at Bethel University. You can be in the theater program, but it doesn't have to be your major. So it was a really cool program. I had auditioned at my high school, but I'd never really done a real audition before, so I was super nervous, and I probably did terrible, but somehow they offered me a scholarship, and then I ended up not only being in that Renaissance program, but majoring in theater as well. And then when I graduated, was when I moved back home to Memphis, and I kind of went all in on the indie film scene and met a lot of film students and some local YouTubers and other filmmakers, and just sort of was trying to get experience, because I had done theater all through college with very little film. And so I almost feel like I've had my own film school these past 4 years in Memphis. And I think there's an interesting thing as an actor that if you play a role a time, let's just say a cop in a film, and you do really well, and then people are like, man, that guy plays a really good cop. And then some other filmmaker's gonna see that, and he's gonna call you, like, man, I got this really good cop role for you. And then you'll be a cop in that guy's film, and then a cop in another guy's film. And then you sort of get typecast a little bit, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it was I was doing things that I enjoyed, but I was there's some other types of characters I maybe think I could do when I think about my life and stuff. And I grew up watching Power Rangers, and I loved anime and action things and fighting, and now I do martial arts. That was always a part of me, I just didn't really know how to access it yet. In 2018, I started at Shaolin Kung Fu on summer in Memphis, and so I started writing my own things and playing these characters. I started incorporating my martial arts that were with stunts and action-based and some things like that. And so quickly though, from doing that in a couple films, then I almost typecasted myself. And so it was then people started calling me, hey, you do stunts, and you're that action guy, and you made those Kung Fu movies or whatever. Can you come do stunts in our film and this? And so it gave me some control over my brand. I got to typecast and brand myself. And I think having a brand or a company, it sort of legitimizes you. Because I started Blue Line Pictures in 2020, I think as an avenue to help my own personal stuff, but now as it's kind of progressed and kept on going, I really like it. And so yeah, right now I've done 6 films that I've written, and 5 of them were under Blue Line Pictures. I'd like to work full-time as an actor, filmmaker, creator. Relocating to Los Angeles, I just want to hit the ground running, acting-wise. I had some success in Memphis networking and doing it that way, and just being in the right place at the right time. So I just want to try to do that in California and see if I can replicate the success, and then also continue to come back to Memphis and do projects here. That also has kind of become part of my identity, I think, too. So even though I'm not at home, home is still a part of me. It's just all about, putting yourself out there and being open to go do things for free or do a favor or help somebody out. Just being genuine and kind with people and willing to invest in them, and then I think people will also invest in you. If I was giving anyone advice on how to network and meet people, I would go to every mixer or event. I would go to all the film festival things. I would just be there in person, and just don't be afraid to talk to people. And if somebody calls you and they say, hey, can you come help out on the set? Go do it. You never know what could happen or who could be there. If you take action, you'll see a result. It's just a matter of doing something. I think if you sit around and you think and you plan and you're just boy, I want some things to happen for me, none of that's gonna happen until you make a conscious choice and match that physically. You can't be lukewarm, I guess, if you wanna be an actor or a filmmaker. You gotta be all in. And then I think you'll be fine. So my advice to impart to anybody is just to just figure out if it's really for you. Try it, and then if it is, go after it with everything you can. I think you'll see the results in yourself.